of self-care. In life, we become accustomed to developing routines of various degrees, routines that make up the foundation of who we are. For most, there's a work or career-related routine. For some, there's a devotional and worship-centered routine. But more often than not, there's no routine centered around self-care. We are all integral parts in this chaos engine we call life. Your position and presence are far more valuable and important than you may think. But the harsh reality is that we are only human. Be that as it may, we need to pull back sometimes to recover and restore ourselves. Even God took time to rest as he was sculpting reality as we know it. Taking time for self-care is not selfish. It is, however, self-serving and self-sustaining. Self-care is like water, wherein it has no definite form. Instead, it contours and conforms to the shape of the space it's in. For self-care to be effective, you have to identify what brings you peace. What is the purpose of your routine? And finally, how consistent are you in your execution of your self-care? What brings you peace? Sometimes when you are doing a thing, what you do matters more than why you do. The beautiful thing about this is that we are all different. Therefore, it is rare to find an identical assortment of things that bring us peace. The more personal the thing is, the better. What's most important is that whatever the thing is that it brings you to a place of stillness, in a way that brings comfort and clarity. Maybe you like to flex your muscles and go after it at the gym. Maybe you like to catch up on some cosmetic customizations and get your hair and nails done. Maybe you like to express yourself artistically. Or maybe you're in the mood for a new adventure and you want to take a little trip. Whatever the thing is, remember, it needs to bring you to a place of stillness, even if for a little bit. Once you identify the what, know that for self-care to be truly effective, you need to be methodical with the next step. Purpose. Self-care for the sake of recreation has a slightly different impact than self-care for restoration. Both are good. I would say great even. However, it helps to be clear as to why you are engaging in this thing. Is it passion that moves you? Or is it necessity that sustains you? When life decides to throw you into the deep end, it pays no regard to your status at the moment. Sometimes we need to be built up from a place where we were torn down. Sometimes we need to remember it's okay to smile instead of frown. Sometimes we need to let out our inner frustration in a constructive and positive way. And sometimes we just need a win. If you are clear on why you are engaging in this act of self-care, then it is a little easier for you to follow through. For you to achieve that which you seek, you are going to have to be consistent. Which brings me to my last point, consistency. We have all probably heard the saying, consistency is key. A powerful sentiment delivered in 3 short words. The more you do a thing, the more familiar and comfortable it becomes. Therefore, you are most likely to continue doing whatever it is. This couldn't be more crucial in gauging the successfulness of your self-care. How often are you giving priority to your thing of choice? How invested do you get in it? Are you driven, or do you have a more casual approach? Once the desired outcome unfolds, are you going to continue the process? Consistency, consistency, consistency. You owe it to yourself to be as consistent as you can possibly be when it comes to your self-care. This is your life after all. And if you can go hard in other aspects of your life, then you owe it to yourself to do no less for your self-care. Remember, the effects of your self-care change depending on your level of consistency. Don't be afraid to go the distance, for your peace is priceless. So in closing, it's no exaggeration to say that life gets hard, and sometimes we need a break, an equalizer to level the playing field and balance that chaos with a little structure. I'm speaking about self-care. We all need to give priority to ourselves at some point or another. Figure out what brings you peace, then establish the purpose behind why you are embarking on this self-care journey. And finally, be consistent with whatever you choose to do. We cannot control much in this life, but we can control how we prioritize ourselves. Remember, self-care is the best care. Now, go forward and be blessed. You got this.